Hello, friends. Lord Verminard here. Welcome to the second episode of my series for The Long Drive. I super appreciate everybody being here. You know the drill. I think we're going to do 50 kilometers or so and try not to die. So let's go. Yeah, I had some supplies from the last time here. Just polished up the tires as much as I could. I installed my little basket, put the fuel in it. So I think we're ready to go. So let's do it. Just get on the road here. A rabbit tried to attack my car, which, you know, that happens, I guess. What are you going to do? So yeah, here we go. Here, another rabbit. So yeah, man, you guys really turned out for my first video. I had more views than I was expecting to get, which is pretty fantastic. So I really appreciate everybody that took time to take a look and join me on my first video. That's fantastic. Yeah, I don't even think any of my my base cover videos got as many views as that did the first day. So yeah, it's pretty sweet. So yeah, we can talk a little bit about what my schedule is going to look like, my release schedule. I guess the short version is I have no idea. The long version, I am kind of planning in my brain. I'm thinking about trying to do 2 videos a week to start out here. A lot of that's going to depend on you guys, really. You know, if you want me to do more, I'll do more, or at least I'll try. But for now, I'm thinking like a Tuesday, Thursday sort of release schedule. And then we'll go from there. Obviously, if I add more games to my channel, then I'm going to need to have, you know, more videos, I guess. But yeah, I figured 2 a week is a good pace for me to at least start off with. And you know, if you guys want to see more of me doing what I do, then I'll try to get some more videos in there. You know, like I said before, it's kind of hard to get the time to record and stuff, but you know, we'll make it work. And, you know, also there's the I've been kicking around the idea of streaming. That's definitely something I've never done. Obviously, if I've never done gaming videos, then how have I ever been streaming? But so yeah, I got some details to work out with that too. I don't know if I'm going to do that on YouTube or if I'm going to do it on Twitch. I don't know. You know, I've been on Twitch for a long time, following some speedrunners and stuff, but obviously I've never streamed on there, so you know, I don't know what it's going to be like. I don't know if it's a good idea to kind of separate my my viewer base like that. I really don't know. I probably am overcomplicating things like I do with most aspects of my life. But yeah, we'll just see. You know, I don't even know if that's something I'm going to do on the regular. And if I do stream, it's probably not going to be any of the games that I play on my regular YouTube channel, on my regular videos. So I don't know. We'll see. You know, I might do streaming on the games that are totally different than the normal games that I play on YouTube, maybe. I don't know. We'll find out. Jeez, that rabbit was like, thing that damn near came through my windshield. Wow. I guess it's going to be one of those kind of days, eh? It's been pretty uneventful so far. I've only gone, you know, less than 10 kilometers here, but we got a ship coming up ahead up here too. That could be interesting, although I'm not really in dire need of fuel right now, so I guess there's no point in going way off the road. So another thing too, I realized that you know, I didn't go into like any of the lore of this game, or like what the hell the point of the game even is. Like, some people are like, you just drive, that's all you do. And I'm like, oh yeah. But you know, there is lore to this game. There is kind of a story, I guess. I glazed over a lot of that at the beginning because I just assumed that anybody watching this video was already familiar with this game. But then I realized that most of my friends who were trying to support me have no idea And if you have no idea what this game is all about and you just get thrown right into it, it might seem a little confusing. So, from my understanding, there was some sort of cataclysmic event in like 1978 or 79, something like that, that more or less ended humanity. And so it's unclear what the date actually is now. I think there's reference to it on the radio station that says something like it might be 1988, so maybe like 10 years after, something like that. And so at the beginning of the game, and you're in the house where you start, in the mailbox, there's a letter from your mom, and she says, please come and visit. So we can assume that the protagonist here is off to visit his mother, who lives about 5,000 kilometers away. And so that's it. The world is, and the terrain and everything is randomly generated. There's like a seed, so when you start a new game, it generates a seed, and that kind of determines what the world gen looks like. The world, from how I understand it, is a square 40,000 by 40,000 kilometers, so basically the same as the circumference of the Earth, I guess. And yeah, then there's a 5,000 kilometer long strip of road in the middle of it, and that's what you drive on. So maybe we'll stop here and see if there's anything interesting to look at. So that's pretty much it. There's a lot of questions as to why there are certain things in the game. And I guess the reason why I know some of this lore as well is there's radio stations. So you can, let me see here. Yeah, so you can, there's AM and FM. Why do I change that right here? Yeah.
Übermensch Radio. FM 97.8. Hier ist der Übermensch Radio.
Yeah, so I don't want to leave that on in case YouTube gets funny with copyrights or whatnot. But there's a bunch of different radio stations. You can turn into them, and on some of them are in different languages. Some of them, I got a sweet little beetle here. Some of them, like the DJ will talk about stuff that's going on, like, where did all the people go? Is there anybody still out there? Is there anybody alive? There's talk of the zombies, the NPCs that you see here and there. They talk about strange things that they see in the sky, because you do see occasional UFOs flying over. There are airplanes that fly over every now and then too. There's a bunch of oil. I guess I don't really need that. Hey, sweet magic lamp. Don't really need that either. Yes, you can rub the lamp and it glows. Fancy. Soccer ball. A crate full of poos. Right. So yeah, that's the lore of like what happened is still kind of unclear. So the UFOs might have something to do with what's going on. Sweet trophy, bro. They mentioned the mutant rabbits. They mentioned the zombies having some sort of disease that happened after that cataclysmic event. So there's still a lot of mystery with the game as to what exactly is going on. And why most of the cars in the game are from, like the Eastern Bloc, from the late 60s, early 70s. I don't really know that either. Why are there giant tanker ships like in the middle of the desert? I don't know that either. So like I said, there's an update plan for the game that might add some more details as to what exactly is going on here. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, you just drive, and most of what you find is randomly generated. Um, and yeah, you pick, change your car if you want. You can swap parts around. You gotta find food and water or else you die. Pretty standard stuff, I guess. So yeah, like, I mentioned in the last episode, there's going to be an update for this soon. So, and everybody's kind of trying to guess as to what's going to be in it. I'm pretty excited though. One thing that I always thought would be really cool. Oh, there's a rock. That I thought would be really cool is like an ultralight, like a little airplane. It would be terrific and horrifying and great. But yeah, that's the developers have been kind of, they haven't really given away a whole lot of information about the game as far as like what to expect or if there's going to be end-game content or what. From people that I've watched play this game, that once you get to the end of the road, there's nothing there. It's just the road just ends. So it's a little bit anticlimactic, but also it is kind of a pretty big accomplishment to get through this game, to just drive on this road for 5,000 kilometers and not die. It is an accomplishment. Like I said, I usually die a lot in this game because I try to do stupid crap like go as fast as I possibly can. I'm being pretty conservative right now, even though this thing is capable of going pretty fast. As you can see, it's also very, very difficult to control. So I'll probably be swapping this vehicle out at some point. Maybe today if we find something interesting. I don't know. We'll see. I saw that beetle back there. It would be kind of cool to have a beetle. It's actually really good in this game. So yeah, what else is going on? Let's see. Yeah, another thing about my release schedule. I'm going to try to have... What we got here? A little gas station or a bus stop. I don't care. I'm going to try to get some videos in the can, I guess, ahead of time, because I am going in for carpal tunnel relief surgery in the middle of November. So that's going to put me down for a couple of weeks at least. I don't know when I'm going to be able to get back to actually playing games when that happens. So like I said, I'm going to try to have some videos in the can ready to release during that time so that you're not left with nothing. So we'll see. Yeah, that's something that I've been suffering with since I was about 14 years old. And I've finally decided after many years of trying alternate treatments and various other things, I think it's time to just get it done. As much as I use my hands, being a musician and being a mechanic, working in IT for my actual job, kind of important that my hands work. So yeah, that's coming. I'm getting old righty done first, and then I'll get my left one done after that. So there'll be a couple periods of time this year, maybe early next year, that I'll be down for a little bit, but I'm not worried about it. I saw a speedrunner that I watch had the surgery done not too long ago, and he was back to, he said, about 90% after a couple of weeks. So I have pretty high hopes for it. If anybody's had that done, hey, leave a comment. Let me know how it went for you. Let me know also if it made a huge difference or if you're still suffering from those symptoms, because it sucks. It sucks a lot. You think it's just, it started off as just, my hands going numb whenever I was doing any kind of fine motor work, but now it's like, besides that, I get like the shooting pains up my arm sometimes, and down into my fingers, and it just extreme hand fatigue. It's just not fun. We got a little gas station here. I think we're gonna stop and have a sleep. I don't see any visitors here. I think it's safe. So, yeah, let's have a sleep. I guess we'll get excuse me. I guess we'll get out and take a look. Whew, had to clear my throat there. Sorry about that. Get out and take a look and see what we got here. Got a pumpkin. We got a white wall. Ooh, we got the bike. Bike with diesel. A diesel motorcycle would be cool. Not gonna lie. What's this? Oh, that's gas. There's almost always gas at these small gas stations, even if it's not very much. I've noticed more often than not, there's either the motorcycle or the moped here as well. If you're really desperate for a vehicle, you could probably find something, which is better than nothing, I guess. Oh, we're off. All right. Man, that blow-off file was loud. Oh, hey, speaking of UFOs. There it is. So when that happens, it's, I guess it's some sort of electromagnetic interference. It will turn off your car, basically. Your car will just die, and you have to wait. Yeah, see, I still can't start it. Come on, anytime now. There we go. So if that happens at night, it like shuts off the street lights and everything. Pretty cool. The first time I saw that, it scared the crap out of me because I didn't know it was a thing. But as far as I know, the UFOs don't actually do anything. And you can ride them. Occasionally, one of those big tanker ships that you see off in the distance will spawn onto the road or block the road. And if a UFO happens to spawn nearby, it'll get stuck there because they follow the road exactly. And they bump into the tanker and they're stuck. So then if you can you can climb up and jump in them and drive them around. It's kind of fun. I've done it once. But the distance that you travel in it doesn't get counted. So yeah, it really wouldn't be. And also you can get such high speeds with it that it would just kind of, like if you just got up to a high altitude and just started blasting across the sky, it wouldn't be really that exciting, I guess. That's kind of why I think an ultralight would be fun, because it would be really, really janky, you know? Like, because everything in this game is janky, and that's part of what makes this game fun. So, you know, an ultralight that can barely fly, and then your character decides to actually fly it, you know, like high above the road, knowing that at any moment he could plummet to his death. I mean, that sounds perfect, right? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm out of control. This is bad. All right, here we go. Yeah, and I stalled it too. That happens sometimes. Yeah, my tires still aren't fully repaired yet. So I never bothered to talk about that kind of stuff in the game either. The tires you can find tires in different states, from really, really bad, worn out to brand new. And you can bring them back to new condition with the cleaning spray, the little orange or the little yellow bottles that you see, little spray bottles. And that will improve how the tires perform. Man, we are just eating up the miles today. I feel like I'm... Oh, God. As long as I don't go out of control. Yeah, we've already gone almost 40 kilometers at this point. don't want to make this video too fast. Unlike the last one. I also realized that I spent a lot of time yapping in the last video and not enough time actually doing anything. So I'm trying really hard not to do that this time. Oh god, that's a rock. Keep it. Drift it. There we go. There we go. Excellent. Boy, there has just been nothing this game. Let's go back in here real quick. Okay, what is going on here? It's like handling weird suddenly. See, that's what I get. I say, well, nothing's going on, and then all of a sudden the car just decides to throw me for a loop. That's, you know, that's the thing about this game. You're not guaranteed that any buildings are going to spawn, like, regularly. I think the longest I've gone without a building, I think is maybe at least 60 kilometers, something like that. Like a really long way. So yeah, you're never guaranteed to find stuff that you need. Now it is pretty hard to go. What the? Oh, we've got a guest in here, don't we? I hear him. Where is he? He must be in the little closed room. Yep, he is. Yeah, that's a sneaky place for them to hide because you gotta open this door. Excuse me. There we go. He was guarding the food. Look at that. Oil? I don't think I need any of that, but I'll take it. Cookies. We'll always eat. Chocolate. This is in here. Mystery meat. Yeah, why not? And water. Oh wait, I have to pee, so I can't drink. Excuse me. Just gonna take care of some business here real quick. Yep, excuse me. Sorry. Sorry, everybody. Gotta do what you gotta do. Alright, there we go. What else is up here? I don't think there's really anything else I need so much. There's more oil. Is there any gas here? Nice shiny motorcycle wheel. Don't need that. You can put the motorcycle wheels on the cars if you want, just for funsies. There's the moped engine. Don't need that. Bucket full of feet. Gross. Headlights? Look at that rabbit. No, just break the box. What's this? Rubber wife. Don't need any of that. Oil in there. There's no gas here. Man. Bummer. Alright, well, I guess we're gonna move on. Let's see, where was I at? 47 before? So 97 would be 50, so yeah, we're almost there. Well, sometimes that happens in this game. Just sometimes not much. And there have been times where I've been playing this game and I'll just go for like, sometimes I'll spend just like a couple hours, and it's almost like, you know, like a real road trip where you're just kind of like zoned out sort of and just watching the scenery go by and nothing really happens. Sometimes this game can do that. It's not always complete utter panic and chaos. I feel like when, you know, I mentioned in the first video that I rode the motorcycle for, you know, a couple thousand kilometers before. That's kind of how most of that ride was. Like, it was just like very relaxed, and I don't know, it was just kind of almost zen-like, almost like riding a real motorcycle. That's one of my winter projects, is one of my motorcycles. At least want to get it, at least want to get some of it done this year. We'll see. Like I said, a lot of it has to do with what kind of shape my hands are in. I don't know how much wrenching I'm going to be able to do after the surgeries, but yeah, I've got a 78 KZ750 Kawasaki that I want to try to get up and running for next year. We'll see. I'm involved in some of the local motorcycle groups and stuff, and I finally I got a scooter last spring, a Bajaj Chetak. It's an Indian-made scooter that looks a lot like a Vespa, has a manual 4-speed transmission and stuff. It's a lot of fun. And so I went to a lot of the motorcycle events this past year, and it was just great fun. Met a lot of awesome people, saw a lot of awesome bikes, had some good conversations, so it's been a lot of fun. So I want to try to do more of that this coming year. And I do have a motorcycle, just, you know, not together. It's not my first one. I've had, prior to that, I had a KZ400 that I swapped a 440 engine into. I have a GPZ 550 that's kind of like in a box. I bought it that way, so that's going to take some extensive restoration, but I'll get to it one of these days. I had a Ducati 900 Sport for a while, which I loved that bike as well, but it was extremely uncomfortable for riding around town. Out on the open road, it was awesome, but in town it kind of sucked. And honestly, for like just in-town urban stuff, you almost can't beat a scooter. Like, almost can't beat it. Just for how easy it is, just hop on and go, and storage and stuff like that. Yeah, that's where it's at. Where are we at now? What do we got? 91. Yeah, man, I feel like I'm gonna like blow through this like pretty fast. There's another stop. I guess I can stop here and see what we got. I didn't get any gas with that last one, so it might not be a bad idea. Stop. Alright, what do we got? Anybody here? Hello? Excuse me. Wow. Whole big old bucket of nothing. Nice. Can I throw this? There we go. Pellets. Alright. Don't need any of that. There's a crate with a tire in it. There's almost always a can of gas out in these little gas stations. But I don't see one now. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's nothing guaranteed in this game. Well, there are a few things, but not everything. Okay, maybe the gas is right here. Is this gas? Yes. Okay. Yeah, so one of the things that I really, really love about this game is the interactions with stuff. How you can pick things up, you can rotate them around, set them down. They fall just like they would realistically. There's you can open the caps on things and transfer fluids. That's what this not a snake thing here is for. You can hold like things in multiple. You can hold like multiple things sometimes. Like if it's something you can equip, like the spray. Like there's nothing here I can do with that. But like, oh well, I can. Yeah, if you take your sword, then I can also pick this up. So I have something equipped and I have an item in my hand. It just makes sense. Like, and you can't put everything in your inventory. You can only put things in your inventory that kind of make sense. Like you can't put the big gas jugs in there. So I really like how they do that in this game. Like the interaction with objects and stuff is really, really cool. It's actually like, you know, better than most games in that respect. This game does a lot of things extremely well when you consider it's, you know, an indie title with a very, very small development team. It does a lot of things extremely well. But, you know, that's just one of the many things about this game that I just love. Sometimes it's... this is not good. Being in the grass is not a good idea at night. Okay, that's why. Crap. Okay, alright. Back on my wheels? Hey, look at that. I wonder if I lost anything. Lost my dash panel again. Yeah, I stuck that back on at the beginning of the game before I started recording. Well, you know what? Let's just sleep here. Can't sleep yet. What do you mean? What's going on here? There we go. I wasn't doing it right. Okay, yeah, should we just go? I don't think... I didn't lose any tires or anything, so yeah, let's just go. Yikes. Yeah, so I haven't actually looked at the video yet, but I might have to turn off the grass. You can turn that off in the graphics options. Sometimes it can make, like the way that YouTube does its encoding, the grass can like freak out the videos and make them look weird, so we'll see what happens. If this video looks like crap, then I'll make sure to turn it off for the next one. Okay, we are definitely going too fast here. Yep, and that's what happens. You look away for 1 second, and you're off the road. Just like real life. There's people texting and driving. Yeah, don't do that. Somebody rear-ended me a couple years ago doing that. I was not happy about it. Thankfully not injured either. Well, nothing beyond normal whiplash and many trips to the chiropractor. That was a rock right there that I don't know how I didn't hit that. Wow. Man, this game will definitely keep you on your toes sometimes. But yeah, we were just eating up the miles. I've already done 50. So yeah, maybe we'll get a few extra kilometers out of it today. Whoa. Not if I keep having incidents like that where the car just decides to go sideways for no reason. I mean, it might have something to do with the massive turbo that I have strapped onto the Volkswagen engine. Probably not, though. That would make sense. Cars don't make sense. You know, especially the car guys. Like, someone who's not a car person will never understand why, you know, car people do the things they do to their vehicles, right? Like, be like, you spent money on that? You're doing what now? The car is gonna be less comfortable to drive? Jeez, yeah, I haven't heard the end of that one. Yeah, my daily driver is a 2005 Volkswagen Beetle diesel, TDI diesel, and I love the car. I've owned that car longer than I've owned any other car, and I've done quite a bit of work to it. A lot of suspension work, a lot of brake work, quite a few things to increase power a little bit. It's fun to drive, a lot of fun to drive. Still gets about 50 miles to gallon. Yeah, it's a great little car. I love it. I keep thinking that I'm going to get rid of it, and then I'm like, Guess I'll just keep it for a little bit longer. I mean, I hardly ever drive now. Like, you know, working from home definitely has the perk of less wear and tear on your vehicles. If I were driving a good distance every day for work, then I'd probably have a newer vehicle, just because, you know, 2005 is damn near 20 years old at this point. So, yeah, I don't know. I can't afford a new car right now, so I guess I just stuck with it for a while. I can't afford to do anything right now. I don't know about you guys, but damn, shit be expensive. Yeah, that was those buildings back there, double buildings or border crosser buildings or whatever you want to call them. Usually there's not much in there besides maybe some food or some water. There's always water because it has a faucet. But yeah, there's usually not much there. I don't usually stop at those buildings unless I'm really in desperate need for something. The good thing about those buildings though is usually you can see them quite a far distance off. So that's kind of nice if you're like I said, if you're desperate for something. I keep saying it's like, oh, well, it's pretty easy to find stuff. Well, yeah, but sometimes it's not. It's easy until it's not, and you can find yourself in a pretty bad situation pretty quickly in this game, just if you're a little bit careless, like I always am. Whoa, little fast, slow it down. I kind of find that most of the time with this type of terrain, like with the grassy rolling hills and stuff, this biome, those are usually pretty boring. Like most of the time there are very few buildings, very few interesting stops. The buildings that you do find are the boring ones, like the bunkers and the small gas stations that I've been seeing. Yeah. But hey, sometimes the game is like that. Yeah, I think find maybe one more good stop and then maybe we'll call it for the day. Made up a few kilometers from the first video where I spent more time yapping. Oh god. That was close. Scared me so much I downshifted. Right. So yeah, I used to play, there was a mod that you can use that turns off the rocks on the road. I used to use that, but that was on my old computer that barely had enough processing power to handle playing this game. And so the problem would be, like, you'd be going down the road and the rocks would spawn like directly in front of you. Like you wouldn't even see them coming, they'd just bang. So I used the mod to turn them off, but I haven't done that since I got a new computer and I can actually play this game in a normal frame rate now. Yeah, there's mods where you can play the game in peaceful mode as well, which makes the rabbits and the NPCs not attack you. But they're still there. But I don't know, I kind of find like the uncomfortableness of it like kind of appealing in this game. Like the game would be pretty easy without the rocks and without the NPCs and the dangers. Like there really wouldn't be anything else to worry about, because like I said, it's very rare occasion that you run out of gas or run out of food. Like it can happen, but it doesn't usually happen very often. And we got something, what was that over there? Whoa, camera. Looks like I can't tell what that is. No, I'm not gonna worry about it. It's not on the road. I've also made the mistake several times in this game where, you know, I would see like a ship or something way out, and you can see those things from a long ways away because they're huge. I thought, ooh, I'm gonna go out there and, you know, fill up gas or, you know, get a barrel full of fuel or something. And you drive out to it and then you forget which direction the road's at because you can't see it because you're far enough away. and then you end up driving around aimlessly for a really long time trying to figure out where you are. It's really easy to get lost doing that if you're not careful. One good thing that if you're gonna do that, it's a good idea to make sure you park your car pointed in the direction of where the road is or what direction you came from. So that way you know that all you have to do is just go in a straight line and you'll eventually find the road. But, you know, sometimes you can hit a rock or get turned around or, you know, something can happen and then you're in trouble. Oh, there's a rock. There's a rock. Everything's fine. Okay. Only had one accident today. This is good. So yeah, I mean, it's been... I should have kept track of how long it was from that last building. I can maybe go back in the footage and look, but... So it's been a while since the stops. Okay, here's a garage, so... Maybe we'll have a little park here and see what we can see. Look, there's a car on the roof. Check it out. Oh, look, the NPC's up there with the car. Does that mean I'm gonna have to jump up there to fight him? Excuse me, buddy, is that your car up there? How'd you do that? There we go. Excuse me.
No, I wanted to die anyway.
Yeah, we've heard that before. Hey, this is a pretty nice car you got up here, bud. Nice. Yeah, how'd you do that? Yeah, too bad I don't need it. Alright, what else have we got in here? Oh, look at that. That's the engine for the big diesel engine for the big IFA truck. Yeah, well, maybe we'll see one of those. What we got here. Ooh, look at that. That's a lot of gas. Gas and oil, a bunch of diesel. Well, if we had a truck to put this in. What else? What else? What else? Oil. Might need some of that. I'll grab it. What's this? Empty. More gas. Yeah, so watch this. I'll open this tank. I can pour the gas from this into that. There we go. Just a lot of the stuff in this game just makes sense, which is really cool. For as much stuff in the game that doesn't make sense, like the way that the physics and everything work, is pretty neat. Man, there's a lot of junk in here. More water. I don't think I need any of that. What's this? A giant barrel of oil. More gas? Wow. Here we go. Go that way. Okay. Water, oil, bunch of tires and crap. Guns. Revolvers. Yeah, so there's keyboards. You can hook up a keyboard to the computer. And it's like a basic Commodore 64 sort of interface. You can do a couple of basic commands and stuff. Why that's in the game, I don't know. Other than it's kind of cool. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff like that in the game that it's like, why did they do that? But I don't know why, but I'm glad that they did, you know. So this radiator looks better than the one that I got. I might swap that out too. But I think I'll do that on the next video. I think we're good for here. We went quite a long distance this time, didn't we? Let me get a final check here. Excuse me, bat. Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good, pretty good. So yeah, I guess we're going to end that here. So if you guys liked my video, please leave a like. Maybe subscribe. Maybe leave a comment. You know, tell me what other games you want me to see, or you want me to see me play. yeah, I really appreciate everybody who took the time to spend time with me today and play this. And I had a good time. I hope you did too. And I will see you on the next one. Bye.